These are the nights of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. And the intention has been, inshallah, to try to understand Ali in his own words. On the eve of 19th, we looked at this ayat from Surah Al-Rum, Surah Al-Ra'd, the last ayat, where we saw the connection about the revelation, the first revelation of the Quran in the cave of Hira, with Ali as the only witness. And that shows the close connection of Ali to Rasulullah, of Ali to Quran, of Ali to Islam and Iman. And this is when he was just 10 years old. And we saw in this khutbah number 192, where Amir al-Mu'mineen himself talks about it, in explaining the words which Quran says, وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ, the other witness to the risalat of Muhammad, to this process of revelation of the Quran, is the one who has ilmul kitab, the knowledge of the book. What is this kitab? Because even when you look at the ayat about the story of Prophet Sulaiman and his minister, his wasi, Asif Barqiya also, he has been described there as somebody, وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ ilmun min al-kitab, partial knowledge of the book. What is this kitab and book? What does it refer to? And this is where we have to realize it, that when we look at the Quran, the word al-kitab is used in different meanings. Sometimes it means the Quran. Sometimes, according to the context, it might refer to the revealed book of that time, which was sent to that prophet. But there are places where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses the term al-kitab as a symbol for the knowledge that Allah gave to those who are chosen ones. It doesn't necessarily refer to a kitab, a book as such. Rather, kitab becomes the symbol of knowledge. For example, if you look at the ayat in Surah Maryam about the birth of Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam, you will see that right few days after his birth, within that first week of his birth, when Maryam comes back with the newborn among her own people, people were shocked. A lady who is not yet married, how does she have a newborn child? They started to question her. And Quran has this narration. This is not a hadith, this is not a history, where they said, you come from a very noble family. What happened to you? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had told Maryam, don't worry, we will take care of your honor and dignity. Whenever people ask you questions, just point to the baby. The baby is still in the lap or the cradle, just a week old maximum. And when she pointed to Isa, they said, are you taking us as a joke or what? Why would we talk to the baby? And at that time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the power to Isa, a newborn, to speak. And he says, what does he say? He says, قَالَ إِنِّي عَبْدُ اللَّهِ آتَانِيَ الْكِتَابُ وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا. It's a longer statement, but the first three important statements are there. Number one, he says, I am the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As if letting them know that a time will come when people will say, I am Ibnullah. This is ilm ghaib in infancy. And we have a problem with ilm ghaib of the Prophet and the Imams. He's still an infant, but he's making clear, listen, I never claimed to be the son of God. Inni Abdullah, I am the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second statement, Atani al-kitab, he has given me a book. When did Injil was revealed to him? When his bi'sat started, when his mission started, Injil came, the revealed book, the scripture came later on. Was Isa born with Injil? Did he have a book there? No. He says, I am the servant of Allah, atani al-kitab, He has given me book. Book here symbolizes the knowledge. I have this special gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا, and He has made me a Nabi. A Nabi can be a newborn, a Nabi can be 40 years old, a Nabi can be 80 years old. Salawat padhne ek baar. And therefore, when we see these words there in Surah Ra'ad, وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ إِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ, referring to Amir al-Mu'mineen, this is not necessarily only the knowledge about the Quran. It means the special gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to His chosen awliya, and of course the greatest among them is Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. It could very well refer to this ayat from Surah Waqiyah, fi kitabin maknoon, that this is the knowledge which is in the hidden treasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La yamassu illa al-mutahharun. Nobody has access to it but those who have been purified. It is not an issue of those who purify themselves by wuzu and ghusl. It says, La yamassuhu illa al-mutahharun. Nobody will have access to it except those who have been purified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's where you go to, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. Salawat padhne ek baar. Comparing these two statements from the story of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, where Asif Barkhiyya is being described as man indahu ilmun min al-kitab, and this ayat from Surah Ra'ad, where the application is Ali there, man indahu ilmu al-kitab. Our sixth Imam was asked about it. He said, how do you compare that ilm which was given to Asif Barkhiyya to the ilm which was given to Ali in the light of these two ayats? Means the companion actually recited these two ayats. And there the Imam says that the knowledge which had been given to Asif Barkhiyya was like a drop on the wing of a fly. And the knowledge given to Ali is the sea and the ocean. Salawat padhne ek baar. Let us look at a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Again, we are seeking the help of a great muhaddis, Shaykh Saduq, in his kitab Kamaluddin wa Tamamun Ni'ma, where he has a narration going back all the way to Salman Farsi, who says that the Prophet was talking to Fatima about Ali, describing the qualities of Ali. And it's a long hadith, just one part of it. وَعِلْمُهُ كِتَابُ اللَّهِ بِكِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَسُنَّتِي. And one of the fazilat and virtue of Ali is his knowledge about the book of Allah and my sunnah. وَلَيْسَ أَحَدٌ مِّنْ أُمَّتِي يَعْلَمُ جَمِيعَ عِلْمِي غَيْرَ عَلِيٍّ. In my ummah there is no one who knows all the knowledge of mine except Ali. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَّمَنِي عِلْمًا لَا يَعْلَمُهُ غَيْرِي. Allah has given the knowledge which nobody has. عَلَّمَ الْمَلَائِكَتُهُ وَرُسُلُهُ عِلْمًا. Allah even gave knowledge to the angels and to the messengers. فَكُلُّ مَا عَلَّمَهُ الْمَلَائِكَتُهُ وَرُسُلُهُ فَأَنَا أَعْلَمُهُ. All the knowledge which was given to the angels and the prophets all together, Rasulullah says, I have that. And then he says, وَأَمَرَنِي اللَّهُ أَنْ أُعَلِّمُهُ إِيَّاهُ. And Allah ordered me to teach all that to Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Salawat padhne ek baar. فَلَيْسَ أَحَدٌ مِّنْ أُمَّتِي يَعْلَمُ جَمِيعَ عِلْمِي وَفَهْمِي وَحِكْمَةِ غَيْرُهُ. So in the entire ummah there is no one who knows all about the knowledge that I have, the understanding and wisdom that I have. And this is where I'll go back to the theme. Did Ali himself ever claimed that or not. Again, we go to Sheikh Saduq in his Al-Amali. There's a narration going back to Asba bin Nubata, one of his very close companion of Amir al-Mu'mineen, where he talks about the very first, the very earliest speech that Amir al-Mu'mineen gave when the Ummah came to him and accepted him as their leader and Khalifa. And he says, Ali basically came into the masjid. This is after the bayat has been done and the initial address that Ali had. Later on, when things will kind of settle down, that the people in Medina have now accepted him as the Khalifa, then he comes into the masjid wearing the amama of Rasulullah and the aba of Rasulullah and wearing the na'lain, the slippers of Rasulullah. And then he got on the minbar. Now, how he got on the minbar, where he sat, it's another story. Inshallah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. According to Asbad bin Nubata, who was an orator in his own right and a poet, he says Ali sat down with his finger locked, and then he started talking. And this is the first time you hear those words which have been repeated 4 to 5 times as far as the record of history is concerned, where he says, Ya ma'shar al-nas, O people, saluni qabla an tafqiduni. Ask me whatever you want before you lose me. فهذا صفة العلم هذا اللعاب رسول الله هذا ما ذقني رسول الله زقا زقا. This is the container of knowledge, referring to himself. This is the saliva of Rasulullah, whatever he said has come to me. And this is what Allah's messenger has fed me, the way feeding should be done from the teacher to the student. And then he says, Saluni فَإِنَّ عِنْدِ عِلْمُ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَالْآخِرِينَ. Ask me, because with me is the knowledge of the early and the later prophets. Salawat prandik marar. When I said that وَمَنْ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ does not mean that he only had the knowledge of the Quran. It's more than that. Then he goes on. And nobody ever made such a claim other than Ali after Rasulullah. In spite of all this attempt to bring up counter ahadith in the fadail of others, nobody was able to come to that level. He says, أما والله لو ثنيت لي وسادة وجلست عليها. He says, by Allah, if a cushion is placed somewhere for me to sit down on it, لأفتيت أهل التوراة بتوراتهم. And then I asked to make judgment among the dispute that the people of Torah have among themselves. I am going to give the fatwa and verdict according to the Torah in such a way حتى تنطق التوراة فتقول صدق علي. I will give the verdict to the Yahud, to the Jewish community in such a way that the Torah itself will testify صدق علي. Ali is indeed true. Salawat prandik marar. Then he says, if the people of Injil, the Christians, come to me, I will give the verdict according to their Injil. حتى ينطق الإنجيل يقول صدق علي ما كذب. Until the Injil itself will testify that Ali is true in the verdict that he is giving according to the book of the Christians. وَعَفْتَيْتُ أَهْلَ الْقُرْآنِ بِقُرْآنِهِمْ. And if the Muslims come to me for asking judgment on their disputes, I will give the verdict and the fatwa according to the Quran, until the Quran will testify صَدَقَ عَلِيٌّ مَا كَذَبَ, that Ali is true and he is not lying here on what Allah has revealed in the book. And then he talks about the Quran itself. وَأَنْتُمْ تَتْلُونَ الْقُرْآنَ لَيْلًا وَنَهَارًا. You recite the Quran all the time. There are hundreds of, hafiz of Quran among you. فَهَلْ فِيكُمْ عَهَدٌ يَعْلَمُ مَا نَزَلَ فِيهِ. Do you know where the ayat were revealed? And then he says, وَلَوْلَا آيَةٌ فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ لَأَخْبَرْتُكُمْ بِمَا كَانَ وَمَا يَكُونُ وَمَا هُوَ كَائِنٌ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. He says there is one ayat in Quran which is preventing me to say. Otherwise, I would have told you what happened in the past, what is happening now in the present, and what is going to happen in the future till the day of Qiyamah. But I restrain from that because there is an ayat of Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَمْحُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَيُثْبِتُ وَعِنْدَهُ أُمُّ الْكِتَابِ, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala erases many things which are going to happen. Not in His knowledge, but in the knowledge that He has given to the Malaika and Anbiya and A'imma and Awliya. He says that ayat restrains me from it. Otherwise, I will let you know about everything. Then he says, سَلُونِي قَبْلَ أَن تَفْقِدُونِي, continuing that. فَوَالَّذِي فَلَقَ الْحَبَّ وَبَرَعَ النَّسْمَ. Ask me before you lose me. He says, I swear by the one who split the seed of the plant and created the soul that I have. لَوْ سَأَلْتَمُونِي عَنْ آية في ليل أنزلت أو في نهار أنزلت مكيها ومدنيها وسفريها وحضريها وناسخها ومنسوخها ومحكمها ومتشابهها وتعويلها وتنزيلها إلا أخبرتكم. He says, ask me about any ayat of the Quran, whether it was revealed at the night time or the daytime, whether it was revealed in Mecca or Medina, whether it was revealed when the Prophet was in journey or at home, or whether it is an ayat which abrogates other ayats, or the ayat which has been abrogated and cancelled, or it is a decisive verse of the Quran, or it is an allegorical and symbolic verse of the Quran. You ask me about interpretation or the occasion of revelation, I would surely inform you about it. Salawat. And so when we talk about this issue of Hadith Saqalain, where the Prophet says, I am leaving two things behind, the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt, you cannot separate one from the other. Ali was with the Quran and Quran is with Ali. Just one more example about it. When Surah Bara'at was revealed, the 9th surah of the Quran, one of the last ones to be revealed, the earlier ayat which came, not the whole surah was revealed together in piece form, but the earlier ayat which came, which was the ultimate and given to the mushrikeen of Mecca after the conquest of Mecca, where they were given 4 months grace time to think about Islam. Islam will not be forced on them. And if they agree, that's fine. Otherwise, after 4 months, they have to vacate Mecca because Mecca is now a sanctuary for Muslims. So all this Talibani and ISIS who think you spread Islam by sword only, this is against the Sunnah of Rasulullah. He's giving 4 months grace period for them to think about it, study about it, question about it. And so when those ayat came as a declaration against the mushrikeen in Mecca, Rasulullah decided, according to the norm those days, to choose an elderly companion of Rasulullah and asked him to take that to Mecca, and this was Abu Bakr. Take this and declare this to the mushrikeen of Mecca. While he left Medina, traveling towards Mecca, Jibreel comes down. And this is in our books as well as Sunni books. Jibreel comes down and he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you the message that the bara'at that you have to declare to the mushrikeen, either you do it yourself or rajulun minka. Either go and announce that only yourself or somebody who is from you. Min niyyat. Remember, even in this khutbah we recited yesterday, where the Prophet says, Anta ka nafsi, you are like my soul. You are from me, I am from you. This is one occasion. He calls then Ali. And it's interesting, Jibreel didn't say who. The message was only, you go yourself or send somebody minka, who is from you. And Ali called Rasulullah called Ali. He says, go with a fast horse until you reach Abu Bakr. Take the ayat from him and go and declare that in Mecca. Of course, Abu Bakr would be kind of disappointed. He came back. He says, Rasulullah, what happened? Did Allah say something wrong about me? And the Rasulullah said, no, nothing. Nothing personal. The command was either I go myself, or rajulun minka, or somebody from you. And when I looked around, there is nobody closer to me other than Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Salawat alayhi. There are actually 5 different situations where Ali challenged people by saying, Saluni, Saluni. Ask me before you lose me. In one, he says something very amazing. He says, Ayyuhan nas. And this was probably declared in Basra, where he says, Saluni, Saluni, qablan tafqiduni, fa'ana bituruq as-sama' a'lamu minni bituruq al-'ard. Ask me whatever you want, because I am more familiar with the path and the highways of the heavens than the earth. This is where we see the irony as far as the Muslims are concerned, that a person stood up. Ali is saying, ask me whatever you want. I know the ways of the heavens and the skies better than the ways of the earth. A fellow stands up. This is the father of Umar ibn Sa'ad. أخبرني كم في رأسي ولحيتي من طاقة شعر. He says, Ali, tell me how many strands of hair are there on my head and my beard. Is this what you want to know from Ali? Amir al-Mu'minin was very disappointed. He says, but Rasulullah told me about you. Rasulullah told me that you will ask this question. And let me let you know, you don't have to know the number of the strands of the hair on your head and the beard, but you should know there is one malak sitting on each one of them and doing la'nat on you. And from your offspring will be one who is going to kill my son Hussein. And this is the tragedy of the Muslim world. The Arab world has a large non-Muslim population in Egypt as well as Lebanon. One of the famous Christian poets of this time, Khalil Gibran Khalil, made a comment in the preface that he wrote for a book about Amir al-Mu'minin written by his friend. But he says, when I study the life of Ali, I actually have a big complaint with the Creator. That, oh God, if you wanted to create a person like Ali, why did you send him at a time when people could not appreciate him? Ali is the need of our time, the 20th century. We need him now. Look at even the United Nations when they issued this famous report about the socio-economic situation in the Arab world, about the development there. They actually emphasized to the Arabs that we are not asking you to follow the West. Go back to your own sources and your own books. And then they have a quotation, a passage from Nahj al-Balagha, the letter that Ali wrote to Malik Ashtar. They said, look at that. He is from your world, and follow that. And so my message to us, especially the Shias, is that how much do we know about Ali? How much do you know about the sayings of Ali and the lectures which are there, the sermons which are there in Nahj al-Balagha? Shaheed Murtaza Mutahiri has a very good statement in his brief commentary on Ahl Balagha, where he says, we are like the salesman of the perfume who goes around, sells the perfume, gives them, this is the, sample version of it, use on yourself. Spreads the fragrance around. But if you look at himself, there is no smell there. We go around and talk about Ali. But have we taken that ilm and wisdom and knowledge of Ali, rubbed it on ourselves or not? We don't need, non-Muslims to appreciate Ali and write about Ali, study his ideas and thoughts, and then present to us. And then we say, MashaAllah, Christians are saying this about Ali. What about us? Let us make a commitment with Ali ibn Abi Talib tonight, that at least from now on, we'll pick up Nahju Balagha. And if you don't want to buy, don't worry about it. Online version is free. Go to the last segment of Nahju Balagha, the sayings, short sayings there. Make a point of reading and studying and pondering on one saying per week. And this is where you will come to realize who is Ali. And you will get closer to him and his ideas and his expectation that he has from his followers, and especially from his Shias. Salawat par all. So we have Ali bin Abi Talib, man indahu ilmul kitab. On that level, just second person in the universe after Rasulullah. And so the person who kills him, Rasulullah in the khutbah that I presented yesterday describes Ibn Muljim as ashqul awwaleen wal akhareen. Ali had the ilmul awwaleen wal akhareen. And the person who killed Ali was the most wretched of all the ummahs who came before and who came later on. Shaqawat, this is opposite of Sa'adat. Sa'adat means to be fortunate, to be blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaqawat is the opposite of that. And the reason why Ibn Muljim was such, because he had a heart which was filled with the hatred of Ali bin Abi Talib. And Rasulullah had said that, "O Ali, nobody will love you but a mu'min, and nobody will hate you but a munafiq." Yet Ali was even just, more than just, kind with his own, killer. We talked about it yesterday also, the night before also. A person who has been struck right there is going through the pain, trying to hold the blood from coming out. Hassan Mushtaba is carrying has placed the head of the father on his lap. And at that time, Ibn Muljim comes. Any normal human being, the reaction would be to express hatred towards that person. But what does this Imam of Adl do? No, not the Imam of Adl. He is the Imam of Rahmah. He is the Imam of Ra'fa. He is the kind and merciful Imam. Says to his son Hassan that, look at him. Look at his face. Look at his eyes. You can see fear. Because of course everybody was cursing him. People are trying to beat him at that time. And he says, "Oh my son, I advise you to treat him also. He is your prisoner now. He is your asir. Treat him with kindness. Especially make sure that you do not forget his meals and his food." Azadar Hussain, अमीरुल मोमिनीन को जब असहाब लेके जाते हैं, अली ने कहा था इमाम हसन से दरवाजे करीब, کہ میرے اصحاب سے کہہ دو کہ وہ چلے جائیں یہاں سے۔ غالباً وہ وجہ یہی تھی کہ علی نہیں چاہتے تھے کہ بچیوں کی آواز جو ہے باہر تک جائے۔ اسبغ بن نباتہ جس کی روایت ہم نے بیان کی ہے سلونی کے حوالے سے، بہت قریبی تھے، ان سے یہ نہیں رہا کہ علی سے دور جائیں۔ جب امام کو گھر کے اندر لے جاتے ہیں، دروازے کو بند کر دیا گیا، دروازے ہی پہ اسبغ بن نباتہ جو ہیں بیٹھ جاتے ہیں۔ تھوڑی دیر کے بعد غالباً جب بیویاں آئی ہیں علی کے قریب اور سب نے جب رونا شروع کیا ہے، اس وقت جو ہے اسبغ بن نباتہ سے بھی صبر نہیں ہو سکا، انہوں نے بھی بلند آواز میں رونا شروع کیا۔ اسبغ کی آواز بھی اب گھر میں پہنچتی ہے۔ حسن مشتبہ آتے ہیں دروازے کے پاس، کہتے ہیں اسبغ تم نے بابا کا حکم نہیں سنا ہے، میرے بابا نے کہا ہے چلے جاؤ، وہ کچھ وقت چاہ رہے ہیں اپنے گھر والوں کے ساتھ۔ اسبغ نے کہا کہ ہم نے یہ سنا ہے لیکن میرا دل نہیں مانتا ہے، ایک بار اور زیارت کرنی ہے مولا کی، آپ جا کے میرے لیے اجازت لے کے آئے۔ امام حسن جاتے ہیں اندر، بابا سے کہا کہ اسبغ جو ہے مصر ہے، ایک بار اور دیکھنا چاہتا ہے۔ مولا نے کہا آنے دو اسے۔ وہ اندر آتے ہیں، اسبغ کی خود روایت ہے جہاں وہ کہتے ہیں کہ ہم نے قریب جب آئے ہیں بستر کے پاس تو ہم نے دیکھا کہ مولا کے سر پر جو پٹی تھی اس کا بھی رنگ بدل چکا تھا، اور پیشانی پر اور جو رنگ چہرے پر آ رہا تھا وہ ایک ہو چکا تھا۔ میں نے قدموں کا بوسہ لیا اور رونا شروع کر دیا، اور مولا نے کہا کہ اسبغ کیوں رو رہے ہو؟ تمہارا مولا جو ہے اس دنیا کی تکلیف اور اذیت سے اب آزاد ہو رہا ہے، اس میں رونے کی بات نہیں ہے۔ اس میں اسبغ نے کہا کہ مولا ہم آپ کے لیے نہیں رو رہے ہیں، ہم اپنے لیے رو رہے ہیں، ہم اب یتیم ہو جائیں گے اور آپ کی سرپرستی اور امامت نہیں رہے گی ہمارے سروں پہ۔ اس کے بعد وہاں عاصم کے نام سے جو ڈاکٹر تھا، طبیب تھا کوفے میں، اس کو بلایا گیا، اور جب آتا ہے وہ اس نے غالباً دمبے کی ایک سوکھی ہڈی تھی، اس کو وہاں رکھتا ہے جہاں زخم لگا تھا، اور اس سے جو ریئیکشن ہوا ہے اس کو دیکھنے کے بعد اس نے کہا کہ مولا اندازہ یہ ہوتا ہے کہ تلوار آپ کے مغز کے قریب تک جا چکی ہے، زہر جو ہے وہاں مغز تک پہنچ چکا ہے، اس میں کوئی دوا نہیں ہو سکتی ہے۔ میری ایڈوائس یہی ہے کہ آپ وصیت کرنا شروع کر دیں اپنی۔ ایک لحاظ سے طبیب نے جواب دے دیا، اور گھر والوں کی طرف دیکھنے کے بعد وہ یہ کہتا ہے کہ دیکھو علی کو یہاں کھانے پینے کے لیے کچھ مت دینا، صرف اگر دینا ہو تو دودھ دینا۔ عزاداران حسین، اس ضربت کے بعد سے شہادت کے وقت تک جب بھی دودھ کا پیالہ علی کے سامنے آتا تھا، مولا تھوڑا دودھ پینے کھانے کے بعد واپس کر دیتے تھے کہ جو باقی ہے وہ ابن ملجم کو دے دو، یہ نہ ہو کہ میری تیمار درداری میں تم اس کے غذا اور کھانا کا خیال نہ رکھو۔ عزاداران حسین، وہ وقت بھی آتا ہے کہ امام نے شب 21 میں اپنی وصیتیں شروع کی، اور اس وقت جو ہے عجیب و غریب منظر ہے جو بیان کیا جاتا ہے کہ مولا جب مسجد میں تھے، جب ضربت لگی ہے تب علی روئے نہیں ہے، حسن اور حسین اور عباس اور تمام رشتہ دار جب آئے ہیں وہاں مرد، حسن بھی رو رہے تھے، حسین بھی رو رہے تھے، عباس بھی رو رہے تھے، دوسرے جو ہے فرزند بھی رو رہے تھے، لیکن مولا اس وقت صرف تسلی دے رہے تھے لیکن گھر پہنچنے کے بعد جب زینب ام کلثوم قریب آتی ہیں اور بابا کی حالت کو دیکھ کے جب رونا شروع کر دیتی ہیں، یہاں علی جو ہے صبر نہ کر سکے، علی نے بھی بلند آواز میں بیٹیوں کے ساتھ رونا شروع کیا۔ عزاداران حسین جب وصیت کا وقت آیا ہے اس وقت تلقین کرتے ہیں، حسن تم صبر کرو، میرے بعد بہت سے اور سخت مصائب آئیں گے۔ حسین سے بھی کہتے ہیں کہ تمہیں قتل کا سامنا کرنا پڑے گا، تم صبر سے کام لو۔ عزاداران حسین صبح تقریباً بہت سویرا تھا، 21 کی رمضان کو، گھر والے تمام موجود تھے۔ علی کے پیشانی پر اچانک جو ہے پسینہ نکلنا شروع ہو گیا۔ مولا ادھر ادھر دیکھتے ہیں، کہیں رسول کو سلام کرتے ہیں، کہیں فاطمہ کو سلام کرتے ہیں، کہیں حمزہ کو سلام کرتے ہیں، کبھی بھائی جعفر طیار کو سلام کرتے ہیں۔ کہتے ہیں گھر والوں سے دیکھو یہ لوگ آ گئے ہیں، میرے استقبال کے لیے آ رہے ہیں، میں اب اس دنیا کی اذیت سے آزاد ہو کے جا رہا ہوں۔ لا الہ الا اللہ محمد رسول اللہ کے جملے ادا کرتے ہیں، اور اس ولی خدا کی روح جو ہے ملائے اعلیٰ کی طرف پرواز ہو جاتی ہے۔ بلند آواز میں واہ محمد واہ علی واہ فاطمہ کا نعرہ شروع ہو گیا۔ کوفے میں کوہرام مچ گیا کہ علی اس دنیا میں اب نہیں رہے۔ عزاداران حسین، علی صرف زندہ تھے تب مظلوم نہ تھے بلکہ وفات کے بعد بھی مظلوم رہے۔ عجیب غریب منظر ہے کہ یہ رسول کا کزن ہے، رسول کا داماد ہے، خلیفۃ المسلمین بھی ہے، لیکن جنازہ کس طرح سے اٹھایا گیا ہے۔ جو بغض علی رکھتے تھے وہ اس لیول پہ تھے اپنے بغض میں کہ خطرہ تھا کہ اگر انہیں معلوم ہو جائے کہ قبر کہاں ہے یہ وہاں پہنچ کے بے حرمتی کریں گے جس طرح سے سلفی آج کل کرتے ہیں۔ لہٰذا اس خطرے کو دور رکھنے کے لیے جنازہ جو ہے بہت ہی مظلومیت کے ساتھ اٹھایا گیا۔ بس صرف اتنا کہیں گے اے علی فاطمہ کا جنازہ بھی تاریکی شب میں اور صرف کچھ افراد کے ساتھ اٹھا گیا ہے، آپ کا جنازہ بھی کوفے میں اسی طرح سے اٹھایا گیا۔ صرف گھر والے تھے، کچھ قریبی اصحاب تھے۔ بس ایک جملہ ہم کہنا چاہیں گے کہ وہ وصیت جو علی نے کی تھی، جہاں زینب بھی سن رہی تھی، امام سجاد بھی 4 سال کے تھے وہاں موجود تھے، ایک وصیت علی کی تھی امام حسن سے کہ بیٹا میرے بعد اگر تمہیں قصاص لینا ہے تو ابن ملجم کو صرف ایک ضربت لگانا، اس لیے کہ اس نے صرف ایک ہی ضربت لگائی تھی، لیکن خدا را اسے مارنے کے بعد اس کے جسم کی بے حرمتی مت کرنا۔ اس وصیت کو یقیناً زینب و ام کلثوم اور امام سجاد نے عاشور کے دن یاد کیا ہوگا۔ بابا آپ نے اپنے قاتل کے لیے کہا تھا اس کے لاش کی بے حرمتی نہ ہو۔ آج کربلا میں دیکھیں حسین کا لاشا پڑا ہے، 10 گھوڑے سوار آتے ہیں مشرق سے مغرب، حسین کا لاشا پاما۔ لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین۔ ماتم حسین